Thank you for watching this program. My name is Veronica Hidalgo. I am a dance instructor, also owner of my own studio and involved with the community. I am so happy to be here with Jerry Garcia because we are going to share some important and value information that may help your lifestyle. And Jerry Garcia, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Veronica. Inviting me.
Jerry Garcia is a life coach, a marriage coach, and also the founder of the Anti-Bullying program with 21 years of experience. And she felt the call to be a life coach after working with a foster agency. Is that correct?
That's correct. At the time, this company did not have a solution for defiant teenagers. They didn't have a program. They were giving up on the kids, basically. And when I talked to the owner, they did not have a solution for defiant teenagers. They didn't have a program. They were giving up on the kids, basically. And when I talked to the owner, I said, basically, we need to get a solution for saving these teenagers. So in the middle of the night, I started praying. I knew I was a problem solver. So I prayed, and the next week, I ended up seeing an infomercial called Total Transformation. It was National Parent Coaching. So I bought the program, and the owner said, I want you to implement it in the 5 offices in California. So that was a major step up. Became a trainer. And when we implemented this 8-week program, right away we started getting success.
So you started in 2005.
2005. As a trainer.
As a trainer, and since 2005, Jerry's been helping families, teenagers, and marriages to save marriages.
Yeah.
Yes. Jerry's gonna help us answer these questions. Jerry, with your experience, why do you think it's important to start writing goals every year?
Well, everybody in their heart, every human being, basically, at least what I've discovered working with people, is they have a dream inside themselves. And they may not talk about it, but deep within themselves they do. So it's very important to write down, what your dreams are, what your desires are, and begin to move in that direction.
I heard that it's better when you write down with a paper and a pencil than just thinking about it. It has some kind of different power writing down than just thinking.
Well, the brain, I learned this as a therapist and also to study neuroscience. The brain has to see things like a movie. And when you write it down, you can visualize, and it goes in the subconscious of the brain. And then you can begin to visualize your goals. So visualization is a skill that you need to use. And you do that by writing it down on a piece of paper and then visualizing what you can become. So it totally works.
Wonderful. So there you go. Start writing your goals for the new year, and you may see it happening. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jerry. And the next, doing a little cleaning of our past, how can that help us focus to have a better year?
Well, if you want to have progress in your life, I'm very spiritual, but the one concept I learned is to live in the now. The supernatural presence is always in the now. It's not in the past, because you're evolving. Each human being is evolving every single day of their life. And so where you get the power to see your goals is think in the now. What can I do this minute, this right now? This is what's most important to me right now. And when you do that, you have power. There's a power in that thinking. If you think in the past, you won't evolve to the future, because the past will always be holding you back. So the concept, the spiritual concept, is how do you think in the now, right now?
Yes. Thank you, Jerry. And I think it's very important to start the new year clean. Just like we clean our house, we get ready for the new year, we should start cleaning our past too. And our third question is, why is it important to start the new year listening to your intuition?
As a transformational coach, I had to figure out spiritually that I was a spirit. I was religious, but it took me a while to figure out that I was a living spirit. Now, when you begin to find that out, you begin to pray for spiritual gifts. And this is based on your level of belief, but I began to see, the deeper I prayed, the more giftings I was given. And one of them was the power of intuition. How do you think out of the box when you solve problems? Most problem solvers are always going to think out of the box to get that new solution. So you have to begin to see yourself thinking, using your instincts, using your intuitive abilities. It begins to give you new ways of solving problems.
It's kind of like getting new ideas. Is it like getting new ideas or new ways to think? Probably something that you feel different and you have to add.
Right. It's power. It's a form of being creative and intuitive. In other words, start thinking differently about yourself. Like, if you want to solve a problem, say to yourself, I can do that. I know there's a solution to that problem. So what you're saying to your spirit is that I can do something differently, that no matter how difficult it gets, I'm going to get through this and above it. And it gives you a sense of optimism, that you're moving in your spirit each day, that you're creating more positive thinking.
Yes, I think it's kind of like listening to yourself, listening to your own positive way of thinking.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. That is great. And our fourth question is, why is it important to start the new year with a good spiritual connection?
Well, I had come from a background where it was religious, and as a woman I was oppressed on a farm. I wasn't treated as an equal. Although inside of me, I knew there was something more. And when I came to California, I read a man's books. His name was Wayne Dyer. I read 6 of his books. I couldn't stop reading. And in his books, he talked about the power of intention. Well, when I was reading the books, he says there's a knowing of the knowing inside of each person. Well, what he was referring to, there's things you just know and nobody's told you. You just intuitively, oh yeah, I know that, I understand that. That's your spirit talking. So I began to listen to that. And then when I set up my anti-bully program, I said, what is the intention behind what I'm doing? And it was always about building self-worth up with teenagers or family members, parents or adults. The intention was always, how can I build up the self-worth? So that when you know your intention, you're steadfast. You won't be wavering. You won't be confused. You'll be the rock. so to speak, the spiritual rock, because you know what you stand for, and that intention helps you get there with that.
Yes, definitely. There is a spiritual connection that we feel inside, and it's important to understand that and connect to that spirituality.
Yes.
Yes. So start listening to your spirituality.
Well, to listen, even to listen to that still small voice, you have to get off by yourself a little bit. And what I learned is I didn't have a husband. I had to really depend on myself and God. I began to ask God higher questions. Your spirit will ask if you've got something burning inside of you, and you want to know the answer. Take it into deep prayer. And what will happen, that question will come up. And then all of a sudden you notice that answer's coming. It's kind of, the magnet, what you put out comes back. But if you ask God a profound question, He will bring the answer right directly to you. At least I've seen that in my coaching. He's done that for me. But it's coming back to what is the desires in your heart.
Yes. And it's very important to understand the desires of your heart, to listen to the desires of your heart, and to act and do something.
Exactly.
Yes. So those are very good ways to start the new year. And we have the last question, Jerry. Why is it important to use your creativity to start expressing yourself in this new year?
Well, this is something that society does not talk about much. The churches go around it, but inside of every human being, there's a desire for self-expression. In every human being, there is a desire from inside of your soul to express yourself, whether it's in your hobbies, if it's in your work, if it's in your occupation, or whatever it is. To really feel satisfied, you have to have self-expression. And the spirit within us calls us for that, calls us out for that. So that when you can express yourself, like if you have good communication skill, you're going to feel more satisfied because people are listening to your needs. And it gives you a sense of confidence if you can do that.
Yes, and I understand there's many ways to express yourself, many different ways. We can express ourselves in different forms, like painting, like creating some kind of decoration. That's how we express ourselves too, and it brings us happiness. Also, we can express by talking to others, giving them good advice. It makes you feel good.
Right.
And there's so many ways to express yourself. So that's also part of bringing your creativity.
It is. There's many ways. Dancing, for instance, is expression.
Yes.
When you dance, you're moving and developing rhythm and beat. And inside of yourself, you're feeling the rhythm and the beat of the music. Allows you to express. Just as one example.
Yes. Me as a dancer, I totally understand that expressing yourself through movement,
right,
and through the music, and just letting yourself, letting go, and recreate new moves, create new styles, and just express what you want to express.
Exactly.
But there is many to express in many ways. And the good thing about it is just to stay in connection with others. Yeah, because that's important too.
Well, we're connected, in the universe of people. We're all connected, and my spiritual beliefs, God tells me that we're supposed to interact with each other, build up the talents with each other. He calls out the talents in our community so that we can
bring different talents together, huh?
Bring the talents together.
Different talents together.
Yeah.
And when that happens, we can create something.
We create things beautiful.
Create things beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. Also, Jerry, I wanted to talk to you about the workshop that is coming on January 22nd. Can you tell us a little bit about that conference?
Well, because I do marriage coaching, I get a lot of people asking me, how do you improve the relationships? Well, Gary Chapman, who's a world author, has written many books on the 5 love languages of marriages. He's written a book on teenagers. He's written a book on single people. He's written many books. But with his great research, he's discovered what builds love up in a marriage. So he's coming to the First Assembly of God here in Bakersfield, January 22nd on California Avenue, for any single person, any married couple, any dating couples.
Yeah, because they're asking me.
Yeah.
I posted it on Facebook. I put the post on Facebook, and they're asking me, "Do you know the prices, or do you know the place? Where's it gonna be and the time?"
Yeah, for single it's $39 for a single person. For a married couple it's $59, and it'll be like from 9 to 3 o'clock at the First Assembly of God on California Avenue.
Oh, perfect.
For anyone.
Wonderful information. So there you go, guys. There you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this information that we brought, me and Jerry Garcia, and we are bringing more different information. Let us know what you want to hear, or let us know if you need help on something, right, Jerry?
Or problem solving, anything in the community. This podcast will begin to open up the community for answering questions that our community needs. And we definitely want to do that.
Yes, we definitely want to help in any way that we can. And if you want to contact Jerry, she's going to leave her information right now. Your website, Jerry, and your phone number?
Well, the website is parentmasterycoach.com. And you can contact me at 661-735-5433. Anybody needs private one-on-one coaching in the home for parents whose kids have been bullied. I do private one-on-one coaching in the homes or on Zoom. Or anybody has defiant teenagers, call me. And we can set up a breakthrough session and begin to get results for those families that need my expertise.
So there you go. Thank you so much, Jerry, for sharing with us a little bit of your knowledge.
Yeah.
And we hope to connect with the community and to see you again next time. We're gonna bring one show a week. Let's bring one show a week, and let us know what you want to hear and what you need help with, and we'll be happy to provide information for you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much. Yeah.